Hey guys, it's about beer 30. Let's take a walk into the kitchen and see what's in the fridge today. Hey everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Thanks a ton for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Guys, I've reviewed this beer a couple of times in my illustrious beer reviewing career. One a long time ago when I first started doing them, and then one again about 5 years ago. They've changed the label on the bottle here now. You used to call it Loose Cannon Hop 3 IPA, and now they've taken the Hop 3 out of there. I don't know what that was supposed to have meant anyway. Did they use 3 hops? Or I don't know what Hop 3 meant on that. But they've taken that off of there, and they've changed the label. Beer Advocate still has the same picture of the old bottle on there. And these guys, Heavy Seas, are up in Maryland. It says here, well, they've got the same description for the Hop 3 and with that same picture, so I'm not going to read that. Over to Untapped, they do have a picture of the new label on it, and they say it's 7.25 ABV, and they're saying it's 45 IBUs. The downfall to that, guys, on the back of the bottle here, it says Best Buy, January 29th of 2020. So, I just assume they have the ability, and that's been stamped on there by a machine. They have the ability to put on the canned on date or bottled on date, and they choose not to. I don't buy a whole lot of their beers anymore, guys, because of that. But it's been a while since I reviewed one of those, so we picked some up to re-review it here in 2019, the end of 2019. And the commercial description here is fairly long, so bear with me. It says, our flagship beer, Loose Cannon, wins people over at first smell. The carefully cultivated interplay of Simcoe, Palisade, and Centennial hops creates the most fragrant IPA. Its nose bursts with notes of grapefruit, herbs, and pine. Bitterness is somewhat subdued by the floral quality that pervades the taste. The color is burnished gold, and the mouthfeel is creamy. A strong malt backbone balances out the triple hop beer. So they've hopped it 3 times. I guess that's what the Hop 3 stood for. But they've taken that off of this label. The second name, Hop 3, comes from the brewing process of brewers hop Loose Cannon in the bowl, in hop back, and in the fermenter. It won second place at CAMRA Award in the 2010 Great British Beer Festival, and that was a long time ago. So evidently they haven't had any awards or accolades on this beer since. So I don't think I'd be touting that. They need to do something different, something more impressive, especially with the new styles that are out. But it depends on what you like to drink, guys. I mean, if you don't like a big cloudy orange juice looking beer, maybe this is what you're gonna like. So it all depends on what you want to drink, what you want to buy, what you want to taste in your beer. So with that being said, we've gone over everything. I'm not a big fan, everybody knows that, of these Best Buy, used by, best before dates. They have the ability to put on a bottle on date and let us decide that, but they think it's in their best interest to sell more beers by putting on a Best Buy date that doesn't tell us how long of shelf life they're giving it. So it is what it is, guys. Maybe these guys will wake up one day and figure that out, because a whole lot of craft breweries haven't figured that out, and they've gone by the wayside, guys. They're not in business anymore, and a lot of them have sold out, which I don't support anymore. So it all depends on you. It's your choice. You can buy what you want to buy, support who you want to support. I know who I support. So with that being said, let's get it open and get it into the glass and see what the 2019 edition of the Loose Cannon brings. And I do like the cap. They've got a black cap with a skull on it, and I'm a big fan of the skulls. I have quite a few of those tattoos on me with skulls on them. So I do like the cap. I might have to save that and put it on the cellaring fridge downstairs. So Into the glass we go here, guys. See what kind of head it generates. Doesn't look too super impressive, so we're going to stand it up on the back end to generate a little bit more head on it. So it does have a very colorful label. It's got a skull with the hops exploding out of the top of it. A very colorful label. It looks a lot better than the old label in my humble, honest opinion. Not quite a finger of head on that. Fairly clear beer. Nice rich amber color. I can see right through it. It's very nice looking beer. They're not claiming it to be a New England style, so doesn't like the one we did yesterday. That was, and it wasn't. So, to the nose we go. And I'm a big fan of the Simcoe hops. I've brewed with that hop, guys. It is very, very flavorful if you use enough of it. To me, it's nothing standing out on this beer to be impressive. I'm actually getting a little more maltiness than hop presence. And when I started drinking craft beers and doing beer reviews, this was an impressive beer to me where my palate was at the time. Now, not so much. A little bit of pine, a little bit of grapefruit, maybe a hint of some oranges, nice citrusy notes. But it does have a strong maltiness to it too. And I know it's not an old beer because we're not to January of 2020 yet, or the end of January, what they've got on the bottle here. But I don't know what shelf life they're giving it, whether they're giving it 3, 4, 5, 6 months, I don't know. They're not telling us that. That's why I want the bottled on date, a canned on date, instead of a Best By date. Let me make that choice instead of telling me when you want me to have it by. So, smells okay. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. To me, guys, like I said, these guys are up in Maryland, and to me it tastes like an East Coast style beer. It's got more of an earthy, herbal taste, maybe a little floralness in there. More of what a European style hop would get instead of what they're telling me a Simcoe, Palisade, and Centennial would create. So they're not using a whole lot of that, in my opinion. Not enough anyway. Not enough, maybe for a good transitional beer drinker to get you over into something with, especially with 45 IBUs, not too bitter. But for a seasoned craft beer drinker, this is going to be a little lackluster to me. It is to me anyway. Decent beer, nothing outstanding. I don't even think it's an A beer at this stage, so we're going to sip on it. We'll come back and give it a grade. Alright guys, I'm back. A little bit of lacing left on the glass. A nice East Coast style beer, guys. If you're a seasoned craft beer drinker, this is not going to be very impressive. Good transitional beer with a low IBUs of 45. It's a tasty beer. I won't take that away from it. The alcohol is well hidden. But I'm not a big fan of these Best By dates. Y'all know that. They have the ability to put on the canned or bottled on date, and they choose not to. So, it is what it is. I have no control over that whatsoever. So, not something I'm probably going to purchase anytime soon. But I seen it had a different label. I was hoping they tweaked the recipe a little bit and got it more tasty and flavorful for the seasoned craft beer drinker. But didn't happen. So, it'd be quite a while before I buy it again. So, but it is a decent beer. I mean, there's nothing off-putting on it, but it's decent East Coast style beer. Not a super big hop aroma. If they're going to do a triple hop version of a beer, they need to use more hops. But that costs money. And they want to sell as many beers as they can and for at least amount of money as it takes to produce it. So it is what it is, guys. Not impressive to me. Decent. Final choke. And again, that all depends on where your palate is and what you like to drink and what you want to taste when you're drinking it. So a lot of people out there still love this beer and they still buy it and drink it. That's why I wanted to pick it up again. Been quite a while since I've reviewed it, and now it has a different label. I was hoping something would be a little different, and it's not. guys, to me it's a B beer, and that's where I'm going to put it. 85, right down the middle of the B range. If it had a bottled on date instead of a Best By date, it may be a little more impressive to me. I don't know if I'd give it a better score or not, drinking what I'm drinking and seeing and tasting what I am having. It's an okay beer. I don't think I'll purchase it again anytime soon. So with that being said, over to Beer Advocate, they have it at 90. I'm not going anywhere near that. It's not a 90 beer to me. It's not an A beer to me, guys. A good transitional beer if you want to get into something with not quite as much bitterness, IBUs. This may be a good one to jump into. It's not super bitter, but it's not super sweet either. So it's decent. I keep saying that, but it is a decent beer. They sell a bunch of it, evidently, guys. They're still in business, and they're still selling a lot of these beers. Changing the label doesn't change the taste of what's inside. So, to me, it is what it is. Untapped has it at 3.71, which is in the B category also. So I'm more in line with what Untapped is saying as opposed to what Beer Advocate is saying on this beer. It is definitely not a 90 to me. So, if you've had the new version with this nice purple label on it, let me know what you think. And until we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.